HardAFSeltzer.com. Get some 8% seltzer shipped right to your house. We got the peach, we got the watermelon, we got the pina colada, and the blue raspberry. We are currently live in over 300 stores in Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and the Outer Banks in North Carolina. And if you're heading out to the Major League ballparks this summer, make sure to check us out in the Miami Marlins Stadium, as well as Tropicana Field, home to the Tampa Bay Rays, as well as the Tampa Bay Rowdies. We are live inside all three stadiums. So if you're down in Florida this year, check us out. Go to HardAFSeltzer.com today and check your store locator or order them right to your house.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com.
Oh, James, we're back on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
Back on a Tuesday. Can't help but laugh. My God, dude. Pulling up stories for today's program. Amped about it. Tons to talk about today. And, oh, boy, it just goes downhill so quickly.
What?
Everything, no matter what it is, right? Today's title of the episode is the Taylor Swift effect.
Sure.
Which we'll get into.
Are you talking about trailer?
Yeah, either one. You can call her Taylor Swift, whatever you want to call her.
No, that's what they're calling the couple.
Stop it. We're not doing that.
Trailer.
Trailer. Travis and Taylor. It's a lot. That's a big stretch for me.
Simple.
Too big of a leap for me to make.
You don't have to make it. It's everywhere. It's not for you to make.
But it's, what, been 48 hours and now it's already gross? Like, it's gross. It's already gotten gross. We're in this meme culture now where I think 72 hours was our limit on the memes. We're starting to get into this social media age where 48 is enough, where we can really beat something to death.
Unless it's a Kevin James meme.
Yeah, and those will last
Those
forever.
have not gotten old. I saw Kevin James out in front
of
of 9/11, and we'll get to that after this. But in case you lived under a rock, Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce, the tight end of the world champion Kansas City Chiefs, which you got to see in person win a championship hoisted above his head.
Yes.
You know Travis Kelce.
Yes.
Even you know Travis Kelce, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Women know him.
Yeah.
And every man knows Taylor Swift. Everyone in the world knows Taylor Swift at this point. And now the two of them are dating.
Joining forces, some would say.
Seems like that, doesn't it? So you've said this on the show for years and years, that Taylor Swift is a conniving little snake.
I didn't say
who
conniving.
Is very well calculated in every single move she does.
I said she's a cold-hearted snake, hardcore, bitchy businesswoman.
Right.
And don't get... there's nothing wrong.
Don't cross her. Do not cross her.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that she's like...
Taylor, I'm not crossing you today.
Horrible
I want you to know
person.
that. Hang
I'm
on.
just saying.
You should look into camera. I should look into camera and say, Taylor, I'm not crossing you. Say it. Say it so they don't come after us. Say, Taylor Swift, I'm not crossing you.
I'm not crossing you. I love the whole humility act. I think it works to cover up what you're doing, and I commend it.
I love you as a businesswoman, and I commend you, and we'll get to why now, right? So all of this kind of pops up. There was a story a couple months ago about, wouldn't it be fun if I dated Taylor Swift and all this other stuff with Travis Kelce, and it'd be great. The two of them have a podcast together, him and his brother, Jason Kelce from the Eagles. The Kelce Bowl, which was the Super Bowl that we were at, that was a fun thing where both of them were playing against each other. We had a fun, flirty little narrative then. And then they play on the Thursday night game, which we gamble on here on the show. And then immediately afterward on Amazon Prime, they've got a Kelce documentary. Now, I had to work that late. I had to work super late that night after the game, so I just kept it on in the background, and the whole thing ran. I found Jason more interesting than Travis.
Sure.
But whatever. He's just a normal dude with a wife and kids, and Pretty hilarious. The wife is pretty hilarious. She's normal. She kind of reminded me of you a little bit, where she was just like, what are we doing here? This is all bullshit, and very, very funny about it.
Yeah, it's not always...
I related more to him than I did to Travis Kelce.
Right, but it's not, it's never going to be the super hot one that's the cool one. I mean, when you have the brothers, right? It's always like, oh, he is so funny and cool, but that's his brother?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I know.
I can laugh at, I can watch stuff to make me laugh. I don't need my partner to.
Well, the hilarious thing is when you're watching the doc, you're going with dialogue. So whatever is the funniest shit is staying in the film. You can only show glamour shots to somebody so long before you're like, hey, we're making a movie. We need somebody to talk in this thing.
Right.
It's all Jason in this documentary if you watch it.
Yeah.
It's all him and his wife. His wife is hilarious. And she's cute, at least. But he's funny about how they met. He was like, yeah, we met on Tinder. And so they go through this whole thing, and she was honest about it. She goes, I looked him up once we kind of matched on Tinder, and I was like, man, this guy looks familiar. And then she was like, this can't be the guy from the fucking Eagles. And then they got together, and there was a funny story about it, and relatable, fun.
Sure.
Those guys rock.
Sure.
This one with Travis, it seems like, hey, I want to be super famous. I'm going to do all the commercials, do all the things, whatever they pay me for. Whatever I'm going to get money for, I'm going to go out and do. And then if I can date a Taylor Swift, let's extend this.
Right.
Let's do it. So she shows up at the game on Sunday. We all saw her in the box a million times. Bob, I think it was you who texted me those numbers last night. Can you pull up those numbers of the Taylor Swift effect?
Yeah, so here's what's happened to Travis Kelce's life since Taylor Swift
in 48 hours
showed up at that game.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Now, Travis Kelce plays in the first or second most popular sports league on earth.
Mm-hmm. First. Well, no. Soccer's probably one, right, around the world? Yeah.
Soccer's one.
Yeah, soccer's one.
Either way, one of the biggest stars in one of the biggest leagues on earth. And this is what happened.
Also, one of the greatest at his positions of all time.
Correct.
Just won the championship.
Yep.
Hosted Saturday Night Live. So he's
sure
more
did.
than
You're
just
right.
a guy,
I forgot about that.
He's
Yeah.
more than just a guy in a helmet, like all over the place. His podcast with his brother went to #1 on earth
in the world.
So
that's including every single podcast out there.
Yes.
There's over 950,000 podcasts in the world. #1 in the world.
Yep.
What else happened to them?
He picked up in the last 2 days, I guess, 300,000 new Instagram followers.
Oh boy.
Okay. It's a good chunk.
There was a 400% spike in Travis Kelce jersey sales.
Okay.
He now has a top 5 selling jersey in the NFL.
Wow. Really?
Yep.
Top 5. I mean, he's good, but he's not top 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and my wife was digging through this because she's a big Swiftie. The amount of Etsy merch that has popped up for the Chiefs in the last...
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's insane. She was just sending me... She's like, are we Chiefs fans now? I think we might need to root for the Chiefs. And...
Yeah.
She was just sending me all these Etsy shop stuff. She's like, yeah, they're all making all this stuff now for the Chiefs.
They sure are. And by the way, that Etsy shit she's talking about is fucking bomb, by the way. We had a couple of these events that we had to go to. And so we usually order shirts for whatever the home team is and support them and then go to the liquor store and say, hey, buy the Hard AF Seltzer. Thanks for having us, all that shit. Bought 2 shirts from Etsy. Tell your wife that's it. Like, I get it. That place fucking rocks, and they got cool shit over there. So even for dudes, I know dudes don't pop over there that much. I'm in, and they got it to me like overnight.
Etsy's
so
great.
Yeah, it's great.
Etsy is Patreon for crafters.
Sure is. So I'm big fan of Etsy. Now, on the other side of this, I look at a motive for Taylor Swift. And here's what I told you last night when we were watching the games. I was like, you know what? Just read this article that's super strange about Taylor Swift and her movie coming out. It's going to drop October 13th. Kids have already asked to go see it. Sure, I'm in. I actually like Taylor Swift's music. I think she rocks. Just banger after banger after banger. She's might be one of the greatest musicians of all time. There, I said it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I've said it.
Okay.
We'll take our kids opening night. I will see this fucking movie. However, this is the first movie in history that I can remember, including like the Avengers, or whatever the biggest movie is of all time. I think it's the Avengers, right?
Endgame.
Endgame, yeah. For the Avengers, this is the first time that a film is opening in 100 countries around the world on the exact same day. That is very, very difficult to do just because you've got to get out P&A, posters, all that stuff to all these other countries. It never happens like that. Pre-sales for the United States have now crossed $100 million for opening weekend, beating Spider-Man, which was the biggest of all time, pre-sale-wise. Because of the strikes, because you can't do talk shows or anything else, the number one place to get eyeballs is the NFL. The NFL is going through record all-time ratings right now. I don't know if this relationship is real or not. It is the best PR move that she could do, and then you found a willing partner in which he's like, yeah, I do all the things, and I'm good enough on the field to continue a relationship this big. I just think it worked business-wise at the right time for both of these little dummies. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I mean both can be true, right? That like they like each other too. They're two dorks.
I'm not sure because she's never dated a guy like this. I think you guys were chatting about it before I walked in, but
She's never dated a man.
A man.
Yeah.
The closest she came was Jake Gyllenhaal.
Well, that's
Yes,
right. And
yes.
but he was in his like
He's still like an artsy man, but
Yeah,
he's like a
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, this is only the second like dude she's dated.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I mean? It's
true.
all these twinky little artsy.
I mean, Gyllenhaal
Or,
at
like-
the time was not like juiced to the gills like he is now.
he
No,
was
but-
definitely like little artsy boy.
But he was still more of like a guy.
Yes.
than
yeah.
Everyone she's dated since.
Yes.
By the way, and in real life, Jake Gyllenhaal is a dude. I met him once or twice. Eye to eye, he's probably 6'3" in real life, and he's probably clocking in at 205, 210, that guy. So, yes, he's a fucking dude. The other people, like the Jonas Brothers and all that other shit, no, not even close. Gyllenhaal is actually a dude where if you met in real life, you'd be like, oh, shit, that's a fucking bro, dude. Like, that's a dude.
Right.
That's a dude.
Or
Wrong then, because they say he's 6 foot.
It's not true. He is fucking tall, man. And he's big. Like, he's a big dude and carries himself big.
But either way, like he personality wise too. You know what I mean? Like he's not like he is like an artist, literally. That's his profession. But like that guy is just as likely to go get hammered and watch football. Or you know what I mean? Like he's
Sure.
a normal guy. And
Yeah.
she's dated like these prissy actors and singers, like Maddie Healy.
Yeah. Which
God,
is
yeah.
why, so Bob, and with that, this is why I don't think this one is real per se, because her entire history is these kind of femme, dudes who you're like, all right, cool, man. I don't know if this is a real relationship. I don't know if they're, Travis Kelce looks like a bro who wants to bone down and everything else. That somebody kept sending me pictures of her knees during the game. I think it was in Drinking Bros Sports, if you can pull that up. But yeah, there it is. And they were asking me about this. I can't confirm if this is real or not, and they were like, man.
you can't confirm if the picture is real?
So it says, dang, Travis already putting Taylor to work. And this was sent to me 30 times yesterday.
Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we were talking about it off air, but this is what every white woman's knees look like every day.
That do anything strenuous in any way.
Yeah.
Right?
But does she do anything strenuous?
Oh, just like a whole tour that she's like running
concert
around,
series.
dancing, sliding on the ground.
But I think that's
like,
over. Like I think the tour is done until next year, right?
In general, though, even still, I don't know what she's rehearsing for or anything like that, but I swear to God, like my wife could do like nothing for a week, and it would look like someone took a golf club to her legs.
But she's
And
got,
you're just like, oh, I just like kind of bumped into a soft chair.
Right.
but
And
she's
like
got kids.
total same.
She's got kids,
Yeah.
so like that makes sense to me. Where Jesse's all like, I get it. We've got kids. You're running around. You're bumping into shit. Things aren't opening. I understand that. Taylor Swift has no children.
Well, actually, so there is another side to that, though, real quick.
Uh-huh.
This is the white girl legs in like college and stuff, too, when you party.
Yeah, when you party at all.
Yeah. And
Even
it's like, that's
one
like
You
night.
fall down.
Yeah.
Even
And she's
if you-
going out with Sophie Turner,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so we've
loose.
heard from
That-
her super weird custody battle. She's a big partying drunk.
Who?
Sophie Turner,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But that's what we knew that before, I think, right?
Not even that, because you just have to, like, if you're at the custody battle, you just have to be like, Your Honor, I don't know if you're aware of this, but my client is British.
And 21 or whatever,
yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
But that's
24.
Every time an American marries Anglo, like a Brit or an Australian or a New Zealander, you always hear the story like Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom. Katy Perry was like blown away by how much Orlando Bloom drinks.
Yeah.
But it's just like he's just living that pub life. Like he's not like an alcoholic.
Yeah.
He's just like a fucking Brit.
He goes back home and he's a prude. Right, because he doesn't drink that much, and then he comes here and he's like a complete and total alcoholic because we don't understand what that life is really like.
Right.
But anyways,
So
I think she's maybe partying a little bit, and again, bumped into a table.
yeah, no worries either way, right?
Sure.
But still, this picture's out there.
Right.
These memes are out there now. Dang, Travis already putting her to work. And then there's an op-ed piece in CNN this morning talking about how disgusting this is for men. Men always get their way with women and everything else.
What do you mean?
So here's the quotes that they use, and I'll read these first. All right, these are from Stephen A. Smith, who joked that he sincerely doubts Kelce will find anyone more successful than her. Champions like champions. I don't have a problem with that quote.
Okay.
She's the best at what she does. He's the best at what he does currently.
Right.
Great. Don't really care about that. Barstool Sports commented in a vulgar and demeaning language that Kelce was potentially missing a game because he was too busy being intimate with Swift. Not a prayer. The second that motherfucker was healthy, he came back and played. Not only did I bet on them, I changed a bet for him just because Kelce was coming back. And I was like, I didn't have anything to do with it. Because Kelce keeps playing at a high level, then he's at her high level. I disagree with that statement. Champion, if we're going back to champions like champions, she's not going to want you. She's not going to show up if you're sitting on the bench. You got to be in that fucking game, dude. You got to be in the game. And then Colin Cowherd speculated that the two would get married, and saying Travis Kelce seems like he has that swagger to pull a T Swifty. And they're at CNN saying, no, all this matters because boys and men are consuming this content and internalizing the message as it feeds them. They're learning that if you're just persistent enough, you can wear a woman down and she will eventually say yes. That's what 48 hours does to you. 48 hours turns from, it's a love story, baby, just say yes to, dang, Travis putting her to work. She got bruises on her knees, to,
I think
this is what happens with men.
I think his brother even said, like, on a podcast that his ass was bigger than hers.
It is.
Do you know what I mean? Like, kind of joking, like, well, I've got to, but, you know.
It sure is, by the way. Yeah. I mean, it's not even close.
You know who's not buying into this?
Who?
In terms of, like, being bad or fuck Travis Kelce or whatever? The Swifties.
Swifties are loving it.
They kind of love Travis Kelce.
They love
They
Travis
should.
They
Kelce,
love it.
And they are already out, not shipping, you know, because they're in some kind of relationship, but they're like, marry that man.
Right. Well, at this point, sorry, they're going to have to. Because if anything happens where there's a whiff of him doing something bad to her, his entire career will crumble to the ground. So if you've gone this far and you've decided to go to this level with Taylor Swift, you better be ready to marry her.
Yeah.
And the pressure on him now, I don't know why he wants to put more pressure on himself. He's a NFL star that needs to go again to the Super Bowl, right?
How about all the play Mama Kelsey's getting right now?
Oh my gosh.
I know, loving
She's
it.
everywhere loving it. It's great. But here's the thing.
But your mom does have to let you know.
Well, not only that, but like for her, you would love if your son brought Taylor Swift home. You'd be like, yes, what a nice, lovely person, and I love her music. She's great.
She's so down to earth.
Yep. And you would love that.
She's so humble.
As a mom, if Taylor Swift came home with one of our sons, we'd be like, oh my gosh, this is, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't fuck this one up.
Right.
Do not fuck this up. This is Taylor Swift.
Right.
Don't fuck this up.
Right.
But to that point, as this is now going along here, I went ahead and took a peek-sees at the NFL schedule. So this was the first year that a team could play 2 Thursday night games. That didn't used to be a thing. The NFL just approved that before this year. So they had the right to move up a team to another Thursday night game. It's tough. You got a game on Sunday. If you're playing a Thursday night game, it's a 4-day turnaround. It's brutal. That's why the Thursday night games aren't typically that great. But if you look at it, and this is, man, just what a fucking coincidence or an accident. The day before her movie comes out on October 13th, you know who's playing in the Thursday night game at home on October 12th? The Kansas City Chiefs. You don't say. You don't say. Great place to show up on Amazon Prime the night before your movie opens up in 100 different countries.
I can do you one better, too.
Go ahead.
With that game. Because it's against the fucking Broncos. So
God.
Kelce might score 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. Hey, and I'm part of this conspiracy. When they were blowing out the Bears over the weekend and they were up by 35, I found it odd that they left Kelce and Mahomes in just to get one more touchdown in. And who did that go to? Last touchdown.
Andy knew.
Travis Kelce sure did.
Andy
He
knew.
sure fucking did.
Well,
Right.
No, it's not really conspiracy. It's just like if you're boys, girls at the
Yes.
game, you got to get them the touchdown.
I think he even said that. He
You
was like, I
can't-
just needed to get him the ball more.
Yeah, Mahomes did after the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Of
Pat
course.
Mahomes said that?
Yeah. Now, can I tell you what the nightmare scenario is?
Oh, please tell me you're going to say Brittany.
Yeah, Brittany Mahomes
Thank you.
trying to become fucking
Wanting to be
Taylor
friends.
Swift's best friend.
Or
That might ruin fucking everything.
Yes.
That that might sink the dynasty.
All of it.
all of
of
them.
it. The football team, her music
Everyone.
career, everyone involved.
Yep. Jackson's going to try to do a dance with her at some point.
Oh, my God.
Jackson's
Oh,
in prison.
no.
He's-
Yeah, thank
well-
God. Keep him in prison during this whole relationship.
He's got an ankle monitor at the home right now, so he can't get out there. Imagine you're Jackson Mahomes, though. That gay little brother who just wanted to dance on TikTok and be famous, and then all of a sudden Taylor Swift enters into Kansas City, like the last city on earth that somebody that famous would show up to.
Yeah.
He's got to be losing his shit right now.
Oh, all the fucking likes and shit he would get if like just being a little sucker fish on the great white shark of Taylor
Yes.
Swift.
Yes. You know who else is really into it is KC fans. So like they had a whole subreddit that
Oh.
was just like, be fucking cool, like don't mob her, like just wherever they go, just like be classy.
Yeah.
If she feels like you guys are. So it was just like all
So
Kansas City fans just being like, just be fucking cool, okay?
I'm from Missouri, right?
Yeah.
I went
Yeah.
to the University of Missouri. I know 1 million people from Kansas City. Half my fucking social feeds are people from Kansas City.
Okay.
That's my whole weekend.
just
I
being
fucking
like,
saw.
oh, okay.
All Taylor Swift shit, everyone freaking out, but being like, be cool.
Be
Show
cool,
her
be cool.
How great Kansas City is.
Show her how we give you privacy if you're in our fucking town. Yeah.
All right, and I'm going to do one better because this involves me personally here on this one. So I'm going to
It
go ahead.
always does.
I'm going to go ahead and out myself on this one. Bob, go to drinkingbrostickets.com and just pull up the homepage and put it on there. Now, we have another partner who runs this, and it's the most popular teams and all that stuff and what people are actually looking for. And you put certain teams on the homepage. Go ahead and pop it up on here. It's the first time the Kansas City Chiefs have ever been on our homepage.
Yes.
In the history of three and a half years
so
of owning this
people
company.
are
In the middle, right there at the top. That means everybody's looking for fucking Chiefs tickets. Have you noticed the Cowboys are to the left? That makes total sense. Cowboys fans are delusional.
Yeah.
They will buy anything. It'll always be $50,000 a ticket there. Same with
are a bit
Saints.
of a surprise.
No, Saints are always there too, man. Their fans show the fuck out. They are diehard through and through.
I would think Steelers.
I know, right?
One would think, yeah, it's the Saints though. Behind the scenes of the Saints, that's the first time I've ever seen Kansas City on this fucking page ever, and that is simply due to what has happened.
Yeah.
And I don't even have control over that. I know nothing about technology, so you know I'm not doing it, right?
No, it's just because all the Swifties are. So
yes, they're all buying tickets to the game.
Yeah.
And they're hoping to see her. That's going to drive ticket prices through the roof. Then you're going to have all these weird people at the game just staring at the suite, ready for her to show up. Just
You're
go
gonna
to that
have a
Thursday night
lot-
game.
You're gonna have a lot of non-football fans, if you know what I mean, just mucking up your stands.
It's going to get a lot quieter in that stadium there.
Yeah.
But if they played her song during a defensive stand there, like Exile or something,
Bad
and people
Blood,
would know.
baby.
Oh yeah,
Bad Blood.
shit, bro. And then she came out. God forbid she came out and did it. the place would go ballistic. 4th and 1, play Bad Blood, and then cut to the box. That stadium would burn to the fucking ground.
Is that so? I heard that Usher was a last minute pick.
He sure was.
Do you think she was first, and because of this?
Yeah, so she backed out already. Miley Cyrus was slotted second. Miley Cyrus actually said she didn't want to perform live anymore, which is odd. It was a recent decision, and then she ended up doing an article about it maybe a week and a half ago, how she just didn't want to tour, do any live shows anymore.
I fucking
Nothing.
get it,
I get it
dude.
too. And so, but it's.
I mean, she does have private, but still, it's a grind.
I would say this. Because she didn't want to tour afterwards, which anybody who does the Super Bowl, a lot of people don't realize it's free. They don't pay you any money to do it.
Right.
It is a free gig. You bring your own shit. And the deal is your album sales go up and then your tour sales go up afterwards. And everybody usually does a world tour after that. Miley Cyrus did not want to do the tour. So she said there's no need for this.
Okay.
Taylor Swift was above it from the get-go. That was the first offer they had out. And she was like, no, I'm good. And then I don't know how they ended up with Usher. That's a story I don't know, by the way.
Usher was like very. What is this, Bob?
I don't know the Usher story.
This is one more. This is a post from a Swiftie.
Read it to the audience.
So Shannon on Twitter or whatever, huge Swiftie. Football explainer for those confused, for all the Swifties tuning into Chiefs.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, this was a national game. This was the national game in the afternoon time slot.
Sure was. Yep.
This was not like buried in the, like it was the game of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, this wasn't on the end of YouTube TV's schedule.
Right.
Yeah.
So football explainer for those confused. You have 4 tries, downs, to go 10 yards. If you do, you keep the ball and the cycle repeats. And if you don't, the other team gets it. You can score touchdowns for 6 points or kick a field goal for 3. That's basically all you need to know. And then another Swiftie replies, 10 yards being...
What?
And then Shannon goes, each of these giant numbered lines.
Did you see her notes that they found in the suite?
So good.
Taylor's?
No, she had notes?
Yeah.
No.
So look up her notes. Apparently, that
She
someone
brought notes to a game?
Just look.
God, she works hard, doesn't she?
Yes. Well, she had someone write it for her. I think like an
fine.
assistant or
That's fine.
something. Or maybe she wrote them herself. And I think she left it for this exact reason. It's super cute, and she's just so fucking smart. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah, pop it up on screen there, Bob.
Okay.
Chiefs notes. Isn't that cute?
Yeah. KC mascot is a wolf. Chiefs are owned by the Hunt family. Typically, when the Chiefs score, they play the Hey song, Rock and Roll Part 2. I don't know.
Okay.
So she just wanted to be like, act like she was a super fan already.
Yeah, 11.
Love it.
Oh, wait, actually.
I love her. I love her.
Famous Chiefs. Look at this.
Len Dawson, Derek Thomas, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
She needed notes for that. Sorry, Brittany, not
Yeah.
gonna be friends. She didn't even know who the fuck he was.
Oh, this is one she noted. This was like the bane of my existence in college. Anytime they played the national anthem at a Mizzou game or like at a fraternity Greek week thing or whatever, at the end of the national anthem they say, instead of brave, when you're supposed to say home of the brave, they all go Chiefs.
Oh, yeah. Well, every stadium has that. Ours is Braves in Atlanta, Bob.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but at
You're
least
adding
it
one letter.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Not like completely changing the entire song.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not just shouting like hamburger.
Yeah, exactly. During like a time where you're supposed to be standing up and hand over your heart. And everything,
Arrowhead crowd considered the 12th man. Not really, kind of.
Go.
And then there was a note about Travis. Hold on, I got it. It's T.E. Travis Kelce, best hair in the NFL. I don't know what that says.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's got great hair. He does have great hair. It's hard with a helmet, too,
It's okay.
to have great hair.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
good, good for her. Look, I love the effort. And
But I also,
amazing.
again, it's the effort,
It's
but then,
amazing.
Bob, it's also leaving it there, right? For
Right.
someone to find.
Wait.
Like, it's all very... You could have that on your phone.
She
like,
even
sorry.
just like bubble lettered the heading.
I know.
the waiter for the studio suite, because you would definitely find that. Like, I've found weird shit when I was working at Staples Center,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, either this is intentional or not intentional or whatever.
It's
I was like,
intentional.
all right, cool.
This makes me love her more.
Same
I know,
here.
and that's
I'm
why. And
with
she
you guys.
knew it would.
Yeah.
She knew it would, Bob.
Yep.
She goes, I just want to be so relatable.
And I'm with
to
Bob
all
on this
these
one.
Girls.
I'm with Bob on this one here.
Understand how? Who is this? Who was I say? Oh, Hassie. Like I'd burn it all down for.
Oh,
Hassie.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would. invent an atom bomb
Yep.
for Taylor.
To just hit your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While you're with your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Taylor?
No, you're out with your kids.
Yeah. What
would you do?
What do I need to cleanse my
I
love?
know.
Yep.
I know.
But she works hard, or you know, you're gonna get fucked in that industry and all that other stuff. So yeah.
It's just, it would just be hard to be with someone who is always calculating.
It would be. It takes a certain someone.
Because then how would you really know?
I don't know. Like, take Katy Perry, for example.
If it's, like,
you were
real.
You were talking about Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry. Like, he's such a dork in real life that, like, so is she. So that it kind of makes sense. And both of them like to be seen and do the things and all the stuff, right? So that's a perfectly calculated relationship that works, in my opinion.
Right.
So maybe,
I think they're both
maybe
dorks,
this one will be
too.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Speaking of Katy Perry, she sold her music catalog last night for a depressing amount. My God, she got $225 million.
Okay. I don't think people are into her music anymore. I think she's
Right. Don't you
kind
think
of...
that's a big boy number?
Oh, to get for her catalog? No.
$225 million?
That's low, I think.
That's low. You can use those songs
Bob Dylan got
everything, though.
$500 million now.
Yeah, but what are you going to use Bob Dylan's song on a fucking
But he is endless.
adult diaper commercial?
I
Like,
know, right?
endless.
Like what Pepsi commercial is going to be like?
right.
"Hey,
Or
no,
what
ta-
football game or whatever is going
Right.
to, like, Katy Perry you can use for the end of time
Okay.
on shit.
All right.
On
That's a lot of money.
shows, on whatever, like, you can sell that off, I think.
All right. Yeah, $225 million she got for that.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Especially since she's not really doing music anymore. Like she's doing American Idol and more hosting
I don't think
stuff.
music. I don't think music pays enough for her anymore. American Idol, she's getting
But I mean,
$18 million a year. So
That's what I mean. You've done that.
Yeah.
You've made your money and your name with that. You've moved on to something else, and now you can still make
I mean, she also has a 3-year-old that she seems to be relatively
involved.
active parenting.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
whose is it? Is it Orlando Bloom's?
Yeah,
or,
it's Orlando
okay,
Bloom's
gotcha.
kid,
Yes.
Daisy Bloom.
Gotcha.
And so, yeah, like touring with you just have to leave the 3-year-old behind for 6 months. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or
So-
take it.
Or take the
See how well it
child.
worked out
Which is
for
worse,
Pink.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, watch that Pink documentary.
See how fucking weird her kids are.
Yeah, dude. It's a rough one
Pink.
out there.
So it makes sense.
Come out of the closet, Pink. Your life would be so much better.
That's what we said about Hugh Jackman, you know?
I'm sorry. Katy Perry has 2 kids.
Oh, she
Yeah,
does?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Good.
why she didn't want to tour and
No.
do that bullshit. So yeah, just have a steady TV job, make $200 million. Now your grandkids are set.
Yep.
I agree with it. If you have that kind of money, watch your kids grow up. The rest of it is, I mean, yes, you could do more, but for what? What's the other level behind 3? Like, let's say her other salary was another couple $100 million. You're sitting at 450, and then whatever Homeboy made off of Lord of the Rings and all that shit. Like,
They're fine.
you're good, dude. Like, you don't need to do all the things anymore for the shit. So
Right. They're fine.
I understand it's now with Travis Kelce. Yeah, dude, this is a nice bump for all of this stuff. You got to do that. It's great for him, you know. NFL players don't play very long. You got to think about that afterlife, brother.
Is she going to want to be with,
This is another huge bonus for Taylor Swift. He's going to be retired in like 6-7 years.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pop a kid
maybe
out,
sooner. Maybe
stay-at-home
sooner.
dad.
Yeah.
Perfect. Because she's not staying at home ever.
No, and the thing that he wants to do is podcasting. Now, he is good enough for like an NBC job or ESPN or whatever that is, and I'm sure there'll be a bidding war for him in something like that. But that's a one-day-a-week gig. But yeah, other than that, yeah, NFL players retire super early, super young, and that's kind of it after that.
Right.
Even Smoking Jay Cutler with Kristen Cavallari, he was fine with all of her bullshit. Like, cool, man, go ahead and do whatever you want.
That reality show was so fucking great.
I loved
know.
it
because she
so
just-
much.
She just kept calling him lazy
Yep.
and shit. And it's like, he's basically had a job since he was 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like high school football and then college football is a full-time ass job. And then obviously the NFL. He has made 5 lifetimes worth of money.
Yes.
Yep.
And but what's funny is he would kind of give that back a little bit, which I think she kind of cited as abuse. But he would be like, oh, yeah, so lazy that I bought you a fucking jewelry store. You know what I mean? I bought this thing. And she's like, I did this myself. So they had that kind of fun, financial abuse conversation on the show. But I thought it was funny because he was being he was always exactly, portrayed as this lazy piece of shit that was just like, hey, man, can I fucking rest for a second? And she's like, okay, well, I guess I'll go to work.
The funniest part, too, is, they're not Swifties, obviously, but Kristen Cavallari has her own little fan base, right? Mm-hmm. And when they got divorced, I remember seeing a bunch of tweets where it's like, he's not going to be shit without her, blah, blah, blah. And it's all these chicks who I just don't think realized how even my wife, I think, was didn't realize how much money athletes make.
Right, and that he had, and that he made, and that he still had, and yeah, he's gonna be just fine, and he is.
That's the dream, right?
That's the dream.
Enough money to just not do anything.
Yeah, you work your fucking ass off, kill your body, that's gonna be broken down by age 40, and so you need you get paid for that, right?
Bob, I'm with you. That was one of the few reality shows that I enjoyed that I would watch with her. And
because of
oh
him being on it, though.
Yeah, that's it.
The banter, when it's all the girls in the jewelry store talking shit, I'm like, can we have Jay come in? Which they would.
Yep.
He didn't want to, and they're like, the producers are like, can you just come in and I don't know, act like
you care.
You're bringing something? I don't know. Can you have an affair with one of the girls? He's like, no problem.
No problem. Now that I can do.
And he did.
I can sink my penis into anyone you like. Who would that be?
Do you want some drama? I will take the redhead.
Sure do. Yep.
This
don't
care. It is every scene.
Yep. Him just being like,
so
what
angry.
are you doing with my money? And she's like, I'm buying a bunch of goats and chickens for you to take care of. Don't you love it? I just love Tennessee.
That's every couple in Austin right now or outside of Austin.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Totally. Jesse, I know you follow the murder shows and whatnot, and those are always fun. You were talking about going to one of the murder cons?
Yes.
There was a surprise crime con panel here. And
I know it was in Austin. I missed it, right?
Did you miss it?
I think so.
Okay. Crime con is in Austin?
They have Austin and then London and I think Florida.
Okay. But one of the moms of the Idaho murder victim made a surprise Q&A at the appearance, which is weird to me, and I don't really know why. Hoping you knew that. Also,
because it's an ongoing case, and I think they really want him to be right. Is it not? Has he even?
No, I don't think he's going to trial.
The trial hasn't even started. And they keep putting out all these things that he may have some kind of way to get away with this. I don't know. So she's probably just wanting to bring attention to what his lawyer's trying to do and what evidence they need to find and stuff like that.
Okay,
I think if it wasn't ongoing, it'd be weird.
That wasn't the only one. The parents and the step-parents of Gabby Petito were also there. As well as the family of the girls killed in the horrific Delphi murders. They were there in attendance as well. That last one, I don't know. What is the Delphi murders?
Isn't that an older case?
I'm not sure.
It's from 2017. The bodies of Abigail Williams and Liberty German were discovered.
2 girls or 3 girls?
Two girls. Some are saying it might have been a ritualistic sacrifice. I don't know. This is a weird one.
So the first one, the mom gets up to speak, and the whole crowd just gasped. I guess they didn't know she was there. It was a total
the mom of
surprise.
What? Delphi?
They'll start with the Idaho one first.
Okay.
Apparently, it was 3,000 people at this thing.
Yeah.
Is it that big?
So it's all the murder podcast, and so it's kind of. It's weird that they're having panels with these people, but mostly it's kind of like any sort of con, right? Where you're going and meeting your favorite podcast hosts or Keith Morrison or Dateline, people that are, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to meet like victims, to be honest with you. But
Is that weird to me? Like when I read this last night, I was like, this seems very, very surprising. Because like you said, that one trial hasn't even started yet. The Gabby Petito one, I know, I know they're suing the parents of the dude.
yeah. Okay.
So I mean, I guess maybe they're trying to keep
Right.
it in the public eye or whatever's going on while that civil suit is happening. I don't know the last one, like I said, but the woman from Idaho, she got up in the middle, did a Q&A, and everybody freaked out. And then she also got on a panel later and co-hosted it with another podcast host. And I was like,
okay.
shit, that's a little
Well, look,
intense.
I mean, the other part of this, though, that I think people in the crime community are trying to do, which is up until this point, it's been pretty like for entertainment. And we've just been talking about the murderers and making it very sensational. And very rarely do we talk about the victims or their family. It's really more about the crazy murder that took place. So I guess I do like that some podcasts and I guess this Crime Con is making it so like, hey, we're talking about your family and making money from sponsors.
Yeah.
If you would like to come and say your piece or talk about your daughter or whatever and get that voice actually heard, I think that's fair, right?
Are they getting paid for it is my question.
Be great if they were, but I don't think they are.
Little help to the legal fund. So one of the reasons the Delphi murders was so big is they got the guy following them on their own Snapchat. It was called the Snapchat murders.
Okay.
So they got like a video of the dude like following them on the trail that they were killed on Snapchat. I think they posted something like, "Oh my god, this is the guy."
Okay. They should call it the Snapchat murder.
Wait,
But
what
anyway,
is that? That's the guy?
Delphi is
Yeah,
old.
here's
Put it on screen if you can.
here's the it's like a news story, but
Please
He
update.
remains
blah blah blah.
with that haunting image. His voice was found captured.
So he told the two. That's him being like,
Guys, get down the hill.
yeah, to the girls.
Oh, God damn it, dude.
Kid stuff's hard for me. But anyway, yeah, so I like that they're letting them speak. It is kind of crazy. I mean, I'm super into true crime, right? But
I
it
know you
is
were,
kind of
but
weird.
If it happened to you, would you show up?
I think I would feel, and I always think about that. I'm like, I think I would feel very weird if I heard somebody talking on a podcast about my life, my son, or whatever that was murdered, how it happened, all the details of the case without me knowing about it or having any say. Like, it is crazy. It's crazy. I mean, the train has left the station. You can't stop the true crime train, right? But it is very weird. It's very weird.
It is.
And, you know, you are trying to bring awareness to it a lot of the times, but sometimes it really is just entertainment. And again, these podcasters are making a lot of money from sponsorships talking about your family and your tragedy.
For sure.
So it's crazy. I can't stop doing it. But it's crazy. And so, yeah, the more that you can get, if I was talking about something and I can get like the victim's mom to sit down, you would.
Yeah.
If they would want to, like, yes, that's what you want.
All right.
So I don't know.
It seemed odd to me. I don't think I could show up at that shit and be like, hey, man, I can't hear a discussion about this. If it was my kid.
Or maybe that's what's getting you through. Especially if it's not, you know, if the trial hasn't happened yet, if there's things that are happening that you need to get out there.
Yeah.
Right? That you need to change or you want people to be talking about. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Give some kind of purpose. Right?
I thought I would ask you about it. It seemed odd to me, but I know you wanted to go to one. I just didn't know if that was the one you were talking about. The old
They
crime
have
con.
them. They have them a lot, and I always miss the one that's here, and don't really want to travel that much farther for it.
Sure. And I like that, you know? You're like, hey, if it's not downtown, I'm all good. And even downtown's a stretch for you where you're like,
I know.
Oh, what's traffic going to be like at the Y? What's it going to be like down at Oak Hill? What's it going to be like down there?
Seriously.
It's going to be a goddamn mess.
A helicopter may be worth it.
ugh. I still don't trust it. We had this conversation behind the scenes the
All
other
right,
day.
fine.
It's tough, right? Just Kobe and it's just one electrical wire where you're like, oh, fuck.
Austin we don't have that kind of weather.
Yeah, the weather's always wonky here too. You're right. Bunch of listeners sent me another thing last night too of Britney Spears that she almost killed herself. We're getting so close, guys. We're almost there. We don't talk about true crime in real time. We're so close to this. She was dancing with knives last night on Instagram, and I love it. There were 2 huge knives, and she was dancing around. Maybe 40, 50
caption,
listeners
though, Bob.
sent it to me, and I laughed so hard because I had missed it last night. I was like, oh, I didn't see this one.
So part of her like conservatorship was she needed to like, they were like, okay, we'll let her out, but do not
Give her sharp objects?
keep her away from knives. She has a fascination and she's very dangerous.
Shut the fuck up.
Didn't
Yeah.
we cover this? She wasn't allowed to use a knife. She
No,
was
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
was cutting
she's
a
not-
quesadilla or something.
So she was, remember, cutting those bell peppers to
Oh,
make
yeah.
and it was like the scariest way to like cut anything, and everyone's just like, oh, she's like almost hitting her finger every time making this omelet.
We'll show her dancing with knives there to the audience. Let's see her little knife dance there. Whoa. Okay. She's got the knives back, dude. Yeah.
God,
man. Look at that, dude.
These aren't fake.
Yeah, so she said, don't worry, they're fake. Halloween is soon.
Just around the corners.
No, she said Halloween is soon.
Those are real knives.
Those are absolutely
Those are real knives. You can hear them
Oh,
clicking, I guess, in the video.
Oh, my God, dude. It's like a fucking hibachi chef.
Yeah.
It's
You
like
don't
she's
need-
at Benihana's. That clicking is so distinct,
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
where you can just hear it in your
Oh,
mind.
God, she's so close to stabbing herself in the stomach.
Or just like accidentally like flinging
Dropping
one out
it,
and decapitating
flinging
a
it.
dog in the background here.
Yeah, that's one noise though. I'm not a big ASMR fan, but that's one noise that I can get down with.
You like? Okay.
It's the knocking at Benihana's, the noises off the table. It's
Right.
so distinct between the sesame, boom, boom, and then the salt and pepper, and then
yeah.
the
No,
oh
I
my
get it.
gosh,
I got it.
dude.
No, I get
I
it.
love it. It's a dance. It's a beautiful little dance those guys have.
Yeah, I get it.
And that I don't mind. So when I heard the clicking in the video with Britney Spears,
Sure.
I was fine with it, but I also was like, oh man, is this the night she dies?
No.
It was real close though. We're getting real close, and I like that. I followed her for years out of spite, and now I just want to see an ending to this.
Right.
I have to see the ending that I came.
I think
to
you're
follow.
I think you're at the end.
You're literally gonna hear about one of her dogs catching a knife to the gut.
Yeah.
And her excuse is gonna be like,
I
like
was
she's
dancing,
Well,
yeah.
not even that. She's gonna try to blame like a stalker or something, and it's just gonna sound like, "Hey, who shit my pants?"
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be like, who put poop in my pants? Yeah, you're at the end.
We're here, right? What's your
you're at the
over
end.
under? 2 years tops
Of what?
of Britney's time on this earth.
She's gonna be fine.
2 years?
She's gonna live. She's gonna be alive. Yeah.
I don't think so.
I'd say 2 years till we're just tired of fucking talking about it, maybe. That book is coming out though, isn't it? When is it set to release?
Yeah. I think so, right? It's
I think it really is.
probably around Christmas. I would say this: if you're paying that much for a memoir, it's usually around Christmas. You want to get those stocking stuffer sales right there for the hardback and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the weird thing is, what are they going to do for the audio? Just AI or voice, I guess. She can't speak.
Someone else can read it.
There's no way a book about Britney Spears' life without Britney Spears talking about it would fly. Not to her fans, I don't think, right? If Taylor Swift did a book, you better goddamn believe she's reading the audiobook.
Yeah, fair.
So with this one, I'm not really sure what they're going to do. You can AI that voice pretty easily these days. So they might do that. But I would imagine Christmas, if you looked up her book, Bob. But either way,
October
this
24th.
is... Okay,
October
great.
24th.
Yeah, so either way, this
So
is
not
great
Christmas.
publicity.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're still
Halloween.
in the holiday season here. You're good. Q4, like even on podcasts, that's when we all get the biggest advertisers and all that stuff. Good for her. If it was, let's say, January 15th, you'd be like, oh, all right, it must suck. I think this thing's going to rock. I think we're going to learn a lot here.
I think so too, but I don't know.
Will she be alive for it, though?
She'll be alive, and I think this would be the latest she can release it that people are gonna care.
Okay.
I'm hoping like next year, maybe year after that, we just like don't even
What's the over?
go on the. What's the what?
What's the over-under on libel cases after this book comes out?
Do you think
boy.
the publisher would allow it?
I think, well, yes.
Without-
Well, hang on. Here's what I think. I think she's going to talk about dudes, probably some fucked up shit with Justin. And in today's world, he'll have no defense for it, so he's not going to do anything. Any other dudes, probably not going to do anything either.
Do you think that's why he's going on tour, like now,
Could be.
and bringing in Sync?
To get ahead of this
so that
and
he's
have some
just
good
on the
press.
road.
And
Like,
his
I
friends.
can't. I'm so busy. I can't even
Yep.
respond.
And his buddies, and that was
And
during
everyone's
the time
like,
that
the
they were
nostalgia
together.
of it.
Seems weird, right?
Like people will be like, I know, but I have tickets for next week. I can't cancel him. You know what I mean? Good move. Good move on everybody.
Power move. Power move.
I want to do a
By
couple
Timberlake.
short stories, just kind of to get it out there.
For sure.
First, Dane Cook marries Kelce Taylor
Congratulations.
in Hawaii after 6 years of dating. If you look at every headline, they have to say after 6 years. Pretty rare for like a wedding announcement to have to in every headline say the amount of years they've been dating, which is also a lie.
Why?
But again, nothing is going to happen about this. I've talked about it for a while
what's
now.
weird about it, Jesse? I can't figure
Because
it
if
out.
it's 7, then she was 17
Oh.
when they met, which is true, but they were just real good, fun friends when she was 17 and he was 44, right?
They were probably just doing game night at the house.
Well, they were doing game night, but they were just friends,
And that's what game night is.
you know,
It's-
and
it's
then as
cuddles,
soon
it's
as she
hugs
turned
and fun.
18, it switched to more than friends.
Okay.
But it was one of those things that like they were just like really just friends. He had no interest. And then as soon as she turned 18, he was just like, you know what? Do you know what I mean? It wasn't anything. He didn't feel anything before that.
What's weird about that?
Or they didn't talk in any way
That's
before
so
that.
natural to me. The thing that just
Yeah.
happens all the time.
Where you just like
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're like, you know what?
They take the glasses off, and it's like I never saw you that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
People
You've been here all along.
So the People magazine posted their wedding photo
Mm-hmm.
last night and said congratulations to this
Yum.
couple, and then they just got burned down on Twitter last night. Somebody wrote, which is really funny.
He's beating it.
The writers
I mean-
on Twitter are better than the writers in Hollywood at this point, and they're
So
faster.
true.
Where the one somebody responded, they were like, "Man, she hasn't even been alive long enough to where Dane Cook started sucking at comedy," and I was just like, "Oh boy." I mean,
Also, like, he met his high school sweetheart at 45.
Yeah.
Good for him. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's good. There's a lot there. But I think because it's so, like, people are just making so many jokes, including him, nothing's going to happen.
what did he
here.
say about it?
He makes jokes about it all the time.
Okay.
So in his act, he talks about, like, see, my girlfriend's blah, 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 and so I tell her, when she's doing her homework, I tell her, honey, it's bedtime.
Right.
Bedtime. And it's like creepy and weird. But because he's made a joke about it, again, he should start a PR firm too, of like how to get away with grooming, because he's done it.
The one they were going
100%
after
done it.
about a week before was Chris Evans and his new wife. And that, to me, I think she's 26. I think he might be 46 or 47.
That's fine.
And so that one kind of died out where it was just like, fuck you, fuck
Yeah,
you, fuck
because-
you.
He's 42.
42, okay. And
He's
she's
40
what, 26?
She's 26.
Okay.
That's fine.
It's, yeah.
They've been dating for like 2 or 3 years. It's fine. That's
Yeah, for sure.
a grown ass woman, right? Like you
Sure
can't
is.
come back after the fact and be like, he groomed me at 23.
But people,
you know what I mean?
even people
but
are coming
if you
after
were
him for that.
Right.
So imagine Dane Cook. Where you're
if
just
you
like,
were
hey.
17, somewhere down the line, if they get divorced, she can certainly come out and talk about how she was groomed.
Right.
She's not going to do it now, but if something goes bad with their marriage, I assume she probably will.
Come out with all the stories.
Yeah, because either she could, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
I don't know what that prenup is like. Who knows? You know, it's strange. Like, look, his whole Instagram and all that shit was deleted from back in the day. Mm-hmm. Somebody's got screenshots of it. But
Yeah, they do.
Oh
Yeah.
man, this might be my favorite Twitter. This guy, Sean Carlo. Congrats to Dane Cook on, I want to say, his daughter's quinceanera.
Perfect.
Pop up that pic. There
Very
we go.
good.
There it is.
Very good. Because
at
here's the other
that.
thing, too. I think if Dane looked better.
Zoom in. Yeah, zoom in on that pic if you can, Bob. I'm with you. I thought the same thing.
He's one of the worst glow downs in history. He was a very good looking dude. And I think he could have maybe aged a little bit better, but I think he got just like weird work done at a certain time. And
Here's the thing. So when you have pockmarks like that,
I think
it stretches over life, and it's tough. Like it only gets worse.
I honestly think if he looked better, it'd be a different story. As sad as that is.
Yeah, if he was,
But if he was like a Brad Pitt looking,
or a Ryan Bingham, then it would be
literally
fine.
anyone that has gotten better looking over time, I think would be fine. It's just because he really doesn't, and then we also don't like him for other reasons. I think is why we don't like it. And also she was 17. But other than that, it's,
Right.
It's fine.
You can forgive a handsome man of a lot more.
Listen, someone, again, if I were to say Brad Pitt right now is dating a 26-year-old, no one would bat an eye, right?
Well,
You'd go, good for her.
Here's Dane Cook with Jessica Simpson.
I'm
and
glad
Rob
you.
Patterson,
Yeah, exactly. Zach Shepard. Read
Just
for that.
wanted to show.
Did read for that. Did screen test for that.
Yeah, we just wanted to kind of show a little.
But
We
this
like
is
to show Dax Shepard every show. What?
This is a perfect example, Bob. Pop up that pic one more time. So when you have pockmarks like that, you got to beard up like that.
Beard up.
Well, here's the thing: as you get later in life, it's gray, and then you'd have to M&M dye your beard like that. That's too much. Even the coach of Ohio State gets shit for it for just fermenting an entire beard because it's a lot, right?
Well, he's also, at least Dane has like brown hair. Ryan Day and Eminem,
It's all black.
They go jet black.
Well, because when you get grayer
they're
and
doing it
grayer,
themselves.
yes, and that's the hard part. And I don't think he can get away with that with a 20. How old is she? 23.
24.
She's 24 and they've been-
gentleman's 24.
Yeah.
She's 24, and they've been dating for 6 years. I don't know what the problem is.
The problem is that dye job along with his other shit. It's a no-win situation for him. I think he's doing the best he can with himself right now. To be honest with you,
Okay.
I disagree. Hard disagree.
Yeah.
you think he could get away with a gray beard and a gray head
I don't think you
with a
I think
23-year-old?
if he would have aged the way he should have aged, it would have been fine. It's not like he's going to get, as long as he, keeps his head of hair and doesn't get 300 pounds, he could just get hotter and hotter. That's what dudes do.
But he doesn't
unfortunately.
have
Yeah,
the skin
he-
complexion to pull off gray.
He
Like
wasn't-
gray is tough.
He wasn't taking care of himself.
Oh boy, now you got.
Did she
Jesse.
put the shirt there so the belly
you got
doesn't rub up
Jesse.
against her?
Like he's sucking in there.
Yeah, he was. So again, he wasn't taking care of himself. It looks like he was relying on a lot of so all he has is forehead Botox and fillers. Again, he hasn't been Brad Pitting. He hasn't been like taking care of himself, being fit, like all of these things.
being sober.
Does he still remember this though?
Do you know what I mean?
Is this how he feels on
that
the
him?
inside?
Yeah, this is him from back in the day.
Like I'm
no
telling
way.
you, like he
Okay.
knows how to do it. He just stopped doing it,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah,
so again, I think it's a pretty horrible
here we
thing
go.
for me to
Is that
say,
another
but
Let's see that.
if he was better looking, we would be fine with it.
Sure.
He looks a little old here, but like this can't be recent because
The girl
that's
looks.
not this
That
guy.
girl looks too old for him in that pic, though, Bob.
Yeah, I agree.
Who is that?
Somebody who wasn't young enough to be his wife. He got to get out of that relationship.
I think he was married before,
I don't
but
Has there been a bigger glow down?
that's what I mean. Like he's just.
know. Yeah. I look. You just have to move on with that. I don't even do the spread for people or any of that stuff. Like when people calls, you just say no. I don't want to do that. Like you know what the backlash is gonna be once that goes out.
Yeah, I think
So-and-so
he's
age, so-and-so
delusional
age, yeah.
about it.
You can't be on that one. You got to walk away from it and say, you know what? We're just going to do this in private, privately get married.
Yeah, it'd be a lot better for him to hide in the shadows with
Sure
his
would be.
17-year-old
Yep,
girlfriend,
yep.
right? No, I
Just-
think that would be. I think him wanting to be out there is his plan, which again is why he does the jokes about it in his act, talks about it anytime he does an interview, jokes about it, so that you guys can't. He's already joked about it. So we can't really say anything, right? The only thing he doesn't talk about is his glow down. He's delusional about that, which is fine. The next thing we want to talk about is Jimmy Carter.
Still alive?
Still alive
Come
and doing
on,
stuff.
man.
And we like Bob
Come
and I,
on,
this
dude.
is Bob's idea, but we were thinking of maybe doing a Carter Corner where we just kind of do a little update.
And then list everyone who's died between
the last Carter Corner and now.
Did he hit? What is that? What's the headline there say?
He made an appearance at a peanut festival ahead of his 99th birthday. So he's still going out.
He's still going out.
Is he? So he's going to hit Luff Balloons. He's going to hit 99 too, huh?
But
Wow.
he's going to outlive all of us.
Yes.
I know. What's he doing there at the old Peanut Fest?
I'm sure he's just glad handing,
That's
right?
in Georgia.
Yeah, as you know, he's a nutsman. And
Sure is.
Yeah.
He
just rolling around.
I mean, he's the most famous peanut influencer maybe of
Well,
all time.
second behind George Washington Carver. Please
sure.
throw some respect on Carver's name,
Sure.
all right?
The most famous living
Sure.
peanut
There you go.
influencer.
Sure.
Yeah, it said he just came out to, shake hands and kiss babies type of thing.
Yeah. But even that at 99?
I know, dude. At Luff Balloons, rolling out to see people and do
shit.
shit in today's world.
His
That's
birthday is
crazy.
October 1st.
Oh, we're 4 days away. Will
He's gonna
he
be fine.
make it 4 days?
Yes. I love that like as soon as we start the Carter Corner, he dies, right?
Yeah,
Well-
we can't. As long as he doesn't go Betty White and start spiking the football on the 5-yard line.
And that's,
Right.
that's what happened to us when we were getting all hopped up for B. White's.
Yeah, you have to
Hondo.
just like quietly go to peanut festivals, right? And just be like, proof
Just-
of life,
Yep, low key.
low key proof of life, and we can update people.
I'll take a bag of boiled peanuts, sir,
Yes.
and then head out with your sack.
Bold.
Take a sack with you on the way out, and just kind of
Yeah.
wave to a few people.
So here he is. Here's Jimmy.
Oh, he's in the car?
He's in the car. Did a little.
All right, proof of life.
Look
Let's
at
see
him.
it.
Look at him.
see
Let's get a little.
Got his wife right there. There's. I think Jimmy's in the front.
He's driving?
No.
Oh.
Oh, nobody's in the front, but he's in the car. I guess someone took a video and.
I don't see him. Bob.
Bob?
There could be anybody in that car.
He's behind
Bob.
the hat.
Okay.
Is he pushing the car?
Maybe he's
All right.
strong enough.
Now I'm
worried.
starting to wonder if he's
Bob?
on life support.
Bob.
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 No, he's probably building another house.
That seemed like a body
Yeah.
double
He's
in
just
there.
tired from a full day of work,
No, he
probably.
likes sitting in the middle.
No, he's
No,
behind his
I'm gonna
wife.
need-
Look, there's a hat behind his wife.
That looks like FBI hat.
that's
That's
him.
security.
That is Jimmy.
No. Why would he wear
But
something
people
with
are coming out
It's
to
Jimmy. Look, he's
see-
tired. His head's down.
What do you think, Delco? Is he dead?
No, he's gonna.
Oh.
Again, he's gonna live to be like 112.
You don't
Then
think
why
it's the
isn't
weekend
he
at
showing
Jimmy's?
himself?
the
Sitch?
weekend at Jimmy's? That head just
Yeah.
kind of
He
slumps
should have
forward
stuck a
little bit.
hand out the window and just waved a little bit to people.
Bob.
That's
oh no.
me.
This
This
is
might
when
be
you
Bob,
sus,
where's
yeah.
it? We need a picture. Do we have any other
I'm checking the.
footage? Or do we just get a weird top of a baseball?
So in college,
hat?
we booked Coolio at a frat.
Oh, you
and
could-
the dude who showed up was definitely not Coolio.
Oh,
And
really?
It was very similar to this situation with Jimmy Carter here.
Did he
it's not
sing and
similar 'cause
stuff?
Jimmy's literally right there. We
He's
just showed
definitely
Where is he?
not.
Show me
definitely
Jimmy
not.
Carter right now.
All right, we'll
Produce his fucking body.
All right, we're gonna have to.
This is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Roll her old bones down here.
We're gonna have to maybe download the video and up the exposure.
Really? That's it?
Up the exposure.
Bob,
damn.
Bob, this is
Is
desperate,
Bobby the
dude.
CSI? Does he need to enhance?
This is some desperate
is
shit,
down.
Bob.
He's taking a nap.
That is a hat on a volleyball.
Delco, I can't tell if you're being serious
I
or
know.
not.
This is a Wilson
He's
sitch.
very much alive.
Cast away.
Okay. I just want a picture of him at the Peanut Festival. 7 months after. Okay. All right.
That's not. I don't know. I don't know,
right.
guys.
More
I'm not.
evidence
This
There's
one
got to
won't
be
do it
more.
for me.
There's got to be more.
This one won't do it for me. I'm sorry. Is there? If you can find a pic of him at this
No, I
Peanut
know.
Fest.
He's going to. He's going to.
Otherwise, that video could have been anyone.
He's gonna. He's
Could have
gonna
been
find
anyone.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay.
Rob's just bad at his job.
That was what was linked in the article, but here you go.
Oh, look at that. He's
Okay.
in a convertible.
There he is.
Yeah.
Okay. He's in a convertible. Now that makes more sense. At a
Yes.
Peanut Fest, everybody wants to see he's in a convertible.
Okay.
What was that? I mean, did you bring up some home footage of your parents?
No, I
in a
think that was
van?
like him entering, right? And then he got.
That was on the Carter Foundation's Twitter. That was linked in the news story. I don't know
Right.
why. It was a
Is
terrible
this
video.
this year? Are you sure? This isn't a different year?
This was from 2 days ago.
All right, so zoom,
okay.
zoom into to JC's face there. Let's see his.
Look at him. He's so happy.
That's a
He's
wax.
alive.
That's a wax.
No,
statue.
he looks great.
He's fine. I mean, it's better
looks
than
great. For 99 for Love
99 is
Balloons.
Prince Philip.
Yeah,
Quite a bit. It'd
He's
be
99.
Yeah.
for Love
or
Balloons,
no,
he
he's
looks
98.
great.
He's 98.
Wow,
He's
he'll be
98, but I mean-
99 in 4 days.
Can't say it.
Can't say it.
Gotta
Are we
wait.
gonna do something special for
There's-
him on the show?
I think we should.
Yeah, but yeah.
Carter turns a hundo
We get a peanut cake.
or 99.
No, he's gonna make it to 100.
It'd be so funny if someone JFK'd him right here. Just blew his brains all over.
Gosh, at
God,
wow.
wow, what the-
Back of a
98.
convertible. Gee, at
That would be
98,
really
yeah.
funny,
And it was
actually.
just like, hey, because there's very few presidents who've been assassinated. So you're famous for life if you
Yeah.
do it. So, yeah. If you want Love Balloons on Carter, dude, right on his
Right.
99th. Oh. And then all of a sudden, like he was holding a red balloon and then it just went into the air after his little head
Right.
popped
right.
off. Oh, boy. And we could all just
Great. Yeah.
kind of wave at him like he was Pennywise. Man, dude. Dark, isn't it?
Very.
Take out Jimmy though. Be like,
I
Iran
know.
sends their regards. And just
Who
pops
knows?
them.
Yeah, like
you never
what-
know.
Jimmy or Iran plays the long game, man.
Yeah, they
Oh,
sure do.
if
Iran
anyone-
always, if anyone does, it's Iran.
Yeah.
They always play the long game over there.
So, anyways, little Carter corner for you.
Yeah, I like it. I wanted to ask you a question that was brought up yesterday. So Sunday night on the show on Drinkin' Bros, very, very funny dude. Jay Dorina's on the show. He brought up a shocker in the middle of the interview that I'd never heard before, and I wanted to ask you about it. He said Bradley Cooper was gay. We were joking about Hugh Jackman, and he said, oh, yeah, like Bradley Cooper? And I was like, wait, what? Have you heard that before?
No.
Okay. It would make sense, but yeah, I never really thought about it. I guess because he's
what was-
always seen with a model, but it's, the weird thing is the Tom Brady thing, like she was dating Tom Brady and then they were together for a little bit.
Well,
and then,
maybe that's why she's able to date Tom Brady or whatever and then go on vacation and be kind of touchy-feely with Cooper because, like, he's gay. So it's just like
I don't know.
we're co-parenting. It's whatever.
He's always brought his mom
it
to
is
all the
very-
events and everything. So I was
Right.
like, you know what? I'll ask Jesse today. I haven't heard
What
it.
I think. Look, I think any actor that's like super actory
Yeah.
is on the cusp. I mean, it could go either way. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
I didn't know because you follow the blind item stuff and
yeah,
everything. So I don't know.
I have not heard anything.
Yeah, that one came out of left field yesterday. I was like, you know what? Never thought about it.
That
but
seems
now that
like
you said it-
something just to say, though, too, because you could say that about anyone and have people go like, "Oh," right? Like throw out
Well-
any name and be like, "Oh yeah, you know he's gay, right?"
The weird
and
thing-
people will start to think, and find a way that it's possible. Anyone.
The weird thing though about Bradley Cooper is like you don't really hear anything about him, right? He's kind of had this off and on girlfriend-ish thing for a while,
Mother of his child, and I think they just co-parent very well.
right? But the mom's always with him at events and everything, and
Yeah.
like he's still sober. You don't really hear about anything outside of it of some crazy thing. And when he was saying, I was like, maybe. I don't know.
Right, but again, like Bob, like name anyone
Oh, like
famous
actor-wise?
that we can speculate.
Jesus Christ, I don't know. Timothy Chalamet.
Right.
Well, that one's easy, right? Because he's little.
Or someone that's like been around. Okay,
Everyone
like
that young
little
is a little
kid.
bi.
right. So
you
it
can't
has to
count
be
them.
someone that's like been in our
Who's scared to be gay?
world for a while that has grown up in a time that it's like
Fine.
you have to be
Ryan
in
Gosling.
right.
Weirdly asexual.
Right.
No, he's married. He's married to Ava Mendes. They have 2 kids.
Well, then.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well then that just So was Hugh Jackman, so I guess he can't be.
No,
what are you talking about?
Gosling, I can confirm. He's a dude.
Oh, you can
also a
confirm
bro.
because you
Yes.
tried to get him to suck your dick?
Sure
What do you
did.
mean you can
Sure did.
confirm it?
Sure
no
did.
one can confirm. I can confirm.
No,
Not gay. Doesn't even think about it.
It wasn't hard. It was flaccid.
Yeah, it was
in my
flaccid.
mouth.
You can meet somebody
He
and be
wouldn't
like,
even
hey,
get hard, and I know how to give a blowjob.
He's a bro. He's a bro. Like that one, he bros.
You say
out.
a lot of stupid things on this show, man, but that was like the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
He bros down, dude. He's a bro.
Bros can
that
be gay, too.
one,
That one I can
he's a
confirm.
bro. Yeah.
What's wrong with a little bro job? Little bro job.
No.
And he's
That
one of those.
one.
Because here's the other part about him. In real life, he's just as good looking, and you're just like, oh fuck.
Okay.
Any gay
Who are we
dude would
talking
just
about
shuck
again?
themselves at Ryan Gosling.
I
I
got
can
one.
pitch you one.
Who you
I
got?
got one.
Who you got? Who you got?
Okay, Delco, what?
The Rock.
I was just gonna say that.
What, Like, how many notable women are really in his life?
Do you know what I mean? Like you could be like,
Hey, Delco. All I'll say is I like it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't shock me.
Wouldn't shock me.
I think he's more
Wouldn't shock me.
racially confused than he is.
No, I think he's
sexually.
No.
sexually confused too. When is he ever linked with a woman? Other than his ex-wife that is now like his agent.
Correct. Well, she's a lawyer.
or his current
yeah.
wife.
Who is the brothers, the trainers, and the whole thing. And yeah, dude, it's yeah.
All right.
yeah,
I got one
yeah.
for you, and that's very Cooper-esque in terms of like if people started a rumor, it would catch on.
Sure.
James Marsden.
Right.
I doubt he is,
No.
but here's the thing, though. Why not?
Why not?
We're
Do
just
we know?
throwing shit out
Well,
there.
you know, if Ross can't confirm it,
I can confirm
Then
that
I
one.
guess we will never know, right?
James Marsden, I can.
Oh,
confirm.
you can confirm that one too.
yes.
And how do you confirm these things?
So with him, we shared the same CPA. He was in my office.
Oh, well, then he's definitely
every
not
2
gay.
months.
Okay. No, they shared the same accountant.
What
What the fuck are you
hang on,
talking
dude.
about?
All I'll say is
homo.
this. No homo. But all I'll say is this. Look into a story about his marriage ending in a Hooters waitress. That's all I will elaborate on. And
We can ask him, right?
Closeted
We can
gay
have him on the show.
guys.
He lives here.
it's
Right.
not sweet.
Closeted gay guys do a lot of reckless things, don't you think? With
Yeah,
their
that actually
marriage,
sounds-
with cheating,
Oh,
like
but
blowing
a
up a
one-night
marriage for
stand
what?
with-
For
no,
a
it's
one night
not.
stand? Like,
That sounds gay as heck. He
Yeah.
went and he's
Just
like,
don't
"Ooh,
pull
yeah,
out
I
for-
did it with a Hooters waitress because I love those sweet Hooters."
I
no,
just
no,
love the boobies and the vaginas of them.
They had a child. That's what ended it.
Oh, well, then he can't be gay, guys. Confirmed.
Can you pull out? I mean, can you? As
What
a gay
are you
man,
talking?
could you go
What
to
are you talking
completion?
about? What are you talking about?
There's
What
so
are you?
many bi people in Hollywood. It's like, what is gay? Like, how many of these? How many dicks do you have to suck to be concerned?
I thought you would have grown up with plenty of fathers that were gay in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, Atlanta. Yes, dude.
Thank you.
Holy shit. Yes, but
Thank
in
you.
Atlanta, 100%. Yeah, where you're like, oh yeah, that dude probably fucked a dude. Yeah, for sure. The last thing I'll say today, by the way, I'll go back to Timothy Chalamet. What you were saying earlier. I saw this fucking interview with Ron Perlman calling out Timothy Chalamet and all that other shit. You know.
Why?
Just saying that today's actors are femme and Chalamet sucks and it's just it's not manly man doing actors and all that shit anymore.
Okay.
For Ron Perlman back in the day, when people just grow into the bit of whatever their most famous thing is, like Sons of Anarchy, like
That's Hellboy.
but him back in the day was not that dude. So like the fact that he is now of like, oh, I'm a fucking motorcycle rat. It's like, no. Not before Sons of Anarchy. You know?
What was he? Yeah, what was he playing before that?
Just a normal
No,
fucking
he always played
dude.
tough guys.
Yeah.
Not like that though.
He was Hellboy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hellboy. He was the fucking psycho vampire in Blade 2, who was like the extra,
Yeah,
hardcore dude.
right. Like he's not wrong. It's just a weird look
He was
for
like a-
Ron Perlman to be talking shit
He was
about
what, a
anybody.
gangster in Drive.
Yeah, like
all
he's
of this
always
is post Sons of Anarchy though. So yeah, good for him and all that. But that wasn't a dude where you were like, oh yeah, I bet Ron Perlman beats ass and is probably going to ICP shows or whatever. Like it's pretty funny though. As you get older, whatever your last role is, that's the most famous. You just kind of
Dude,
become
no.
that
Enemy
person.
at the Gates. He was a sniper.
Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
fucking badass in Alien. The movie sucked, but he played a badass in Alien Resurrection in '97. He always played like the kind of butch dude.
in the shitty movie, like the third of the series.
always
Yeah.
terrible movies.
So that's why I'm saying, like, it's a weird look for Ron Perlman to be
dude.
talking about Timothy Chalamet. Like, what? How does that even come up?
I don't know.
Quit thinking about Timothy Chalamet, Perlman.
Yeah.
What's your problem, dude?
I mean, shit.
What roles
the
is
only
he
thing
taking
that
from
every
you?
other dude is talking about is that they're pissed off that Dune 2 isn't coming out. You know,
It looked good.
people are angry. They were angry. They wanted Dune 2 at Christmas, and now that got pushed to May. So,
Need it.
Yeah,
It's gonna be so good.
It
probably
looked really good.
The first one was good. The first one was good.
Dune's just good.
Colin Farrell stole that movie.
Gay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd be with him.
Unless Ross can confirm
I'd
that he's
hold
not.
him carefully at night.
Colin Farrell's not gay. Colin Farrell's the only straight man on earth, and he will just fuck anything he feels like.
Yeah, he sure does. He sure does.
Colin Farrell is above, like it's like transcends sexuality, but
Sure does.
He does it in a way where he's like, but I'm still gonna fuck all of you.
Yep. And there's if anything, it's
It's gay not to fuck Colin Farrell. He sits beside you with 2 whiskey glasses, pours a little bit,
Right.
starts talking to you.
I don't know. I just heard.
There's nothing gay about this.
Yeah.
Gay about me fucking you.
Right.
That's a fucking thing. That's not gay.
Yeah.
Gay at all. You're the gay one. I'm fucking you.
That was really good.
I like it. I
I see
Bob.
why you always
we
go
might
to-
have to
I see
add
why you-
it to the arsenal.
I know. I see
Of
why you
Jimmy
go to
Stewart and
Irish
Colin
stuff.
Farrell, yeah.
They're like, why are you always asking Bob Irish stuff?
That's why, right there.
He spits it out when he talks. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he gets
yeah,
it
yeah,
out real quick. Oh God, you're never nice, were you?
And he actually
He's gotten more Irish over time. Like he was never that Irish to begin
always
with,
a
and then
little
it
tired.
just really kicked in.
Have you seen Banshees of Inisherin?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. The transformation of
heard it. I've heard it was good.
him going back to Ireland is now complete. He's in a pub
Yeah.
down by the fucking water right now. Yeah.
But he's kind of like Irish Wahlberg in a way. Like he's a little bit out of breath all the time. Like even in his sex tape, he's just constantly like
He has a sex tape?
Oh
He has
yeah.
a dope sex tape
With that
a
black
Playboy-
girl?
black Playboy
Yeah.
model. And he's just like,
Oh.
he's just like, gee, like he keeps stopping in the middle to be like, Jesus Christ, you're fucking gorgeous.
Yep.
Oh,
Look,
God.
oh, he's like, look at that pussy, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like he just
Ooh,
like
I
can't
like
believe
that.
it. It's a great sex tape.
Is it? Yeah, that's a good one.
Love.
It's a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you're in. Colin Farrell's not gay.
I know. I'm just.
Well,
I was proving a point.
Yeah. But I'm just saying he's not gay.
You can confirm it.
Confirm that, yeah.
Ross confirmed.
Right, yeah.
He's
and we should
not
have a
gay.
stamp with like a red
Yeah.
rubber stamp. There's some ones, though, you could really out. But for another show, I think. In the meantime, we got Drinking Bros podcast here coming up in 30 minutes on Patreon. Subscribe to Drinking Bros podcast on Patreon. We'll be live over there at 2 o'clock Central. In the meantime, go to iTunes. Rate the show a 5-star and leave a quick review. All right, we're back. We're back to begging for reviews again. Same with Spotify. It's just a 5-star and you can walk away. For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. The Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolucion. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.